What's up, you guys? It's your girl Euphoria tapping in for today's read. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and get started per the usual. Don't mind my cat back there meowing. He wants to go eat, and we will get him fed as soon as I'm done with this live. I'm going to go ahead and set up for Instagram real quick, and yeah, let me play some music. Excuse me.
Okay. This is an affirmation for the root chakra to get you grounded in yourself. So let's tap in. I am capable of making a way. I am capable of being okay. I am capable of finding my place. I am capable of seeing my fate. I couldn't see my capability.
Okay, here we go. We're set up on Instagram. What's up, Instagram? How y'all feeling? It's your girl Euphoria tapping in. The title on here says they hate you because you think balanced. On YouTube, it is difficult and tough being dualistic. What do I mean by being dualistic? Okay.
It's just being free. And just being seen. Just being free. I am stable. I know my place. I am stable. I got my own cake. I am stable. I saved my own day. It was mental. I had to ease my mental.
Okay. Excuse me one second. Because the cat is going ballistic. And I don't have pants on.
Helping you feel sexy and divine. And feeling like the beautiful flower that you are.
All right.
I feel sexy.
All right, we're back.
I feel amazing.
So, in the space of the election being yesterday, I believe Kamala won. What I'm seeing, I haven't really looked it up. It wouldn't have mattered to me who won, as long as everything's everything. They don't like you because you think dualistic, and it's tough being dualistic, and they don't like you because you think balanced. What do I mean by thinking balanced? I mean, I understand in this world that we live in, there's a balance between the lightness and the dark, right? You have to be able to enjoy the fact that you are a being of light, but also understand the darkness so that you're not being sucked into anybody's foolish conundrums, right? So that you protect yourself. Because in order to protect the light, as they say, the strong must protect the weak, right? So, being that myself personally, I consider myself more of a light being than a dark being, because I just like quiet. I like peace. I like harmony. I like things that make sense. No. I like things that make sense. So when it comes to me doing me and being myself, I like people who understand the balance, who understand that you have to be sometimes malicious in order to protect yourself. Yeah. However, what I'm noticing is a lot of people don't like that. It's like they want you to choose one side or the other. It's like, if you're spiritual, then you wouldn't have voted yesterday. No, if you're spiritual, you understand that, until we actually become actual spirits and float into the atmosphere and never come back to earth again and never have to get reincarnated, we got a little bit of work to do. And that means being accountable for the matrix that we do live in. Because even if you exit the matrix, you're still in a matrix, right? So even if you, what's up, 10, I don't know what that means. What's up, love? So even if you're in the, what you call matrix, right? For the government, you do realize when you break out of the government's matrix, you're still building your own matrix, right? The matrix of, quote unquote, the 5D, the matrix of the, quote unquote, spiritualists. So no matter what, you're going to be in a matrix, whether you believe it or not. Just loud. Okay, just loud for sure. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Apologies to you, great king. That was sarcasm. I shouldn't have did that. Sorry, I'll check my tone at the door. But no, seriously, you're going to be in a matrix regardless. You're going to be in some kind of, dimension or time continuum where there's a certain set of laws and a certain set of ideals that exist within that community, right? So if you don't understand that yet, and you're out here like, oh no, I'm this person, I'm that person, I'm left wing, I'm right wing, it's good, it's dark, we're gonna break the matrix. You still got to form another matrix for someone to exist in. You can't break apart everything that we know and then step into something without having a structure that people have to abide by in order to not frequently dissipate into nothingness. In spiritual warfare, the chosen ones, awakened ones need to come together and realize these people have been being elected, but really selected are all puppets. I mean, I get that, right? But there are some people who are quote unquote spiritual. Life above 3D is different. I'm very aware. I go to the spirit realm all the time. I'm always in the spirit realm. Like my dreams are very vivid. I do realize that what I do in the spirit realm when I'm sleeping and I'm dreaming is way more important than what I'm doing here. That's why I try to make what I'm doing here aligned with what I'm doing there. But with that being said, and with that being understood and known, if I'm a person who has dreams and I'm in the 5D or 7D or 9D or 12 ether, wherever I'm at when I go to sleep, because sometimes I'm dreaming with Beyonce, but sometimes I'm dreaming with the bum on the side of the street that I met. You know what I'm saying? You're in different levels of consciousness when you go to sleep. You go to different spirit realms. There's different realms. I've been to heaven in my dream where it was above the mall, and I couldn't understand. I'm like, why is heaven above the mall? Then I said it real quick. Heaven was above the mall, them all. So in my dream, I was literally given a whole entire message. Heaven was above the mall. No, heaven was above them all. But I've also seen what hell looked like in my dream too. And went to the halls of Amenti and seen everything on fire and time had stopped. And everybody was trying to get on their phones to try to like evade, what was going on, but their phones would glitch and stop. So there was no release from the agony that people were experiencing down there. So I've seen everything. I've been to all dimensions. I'm a multifaceted, multidimensional being. But I understand that, right? But I do understand the current life that I'm currently most vested in exists on this plane here, where I have a kid, a family that I don't necessarily resonate with, but I'm here, right? What's up, Crow? What's up, Balance? What's up, Cody? So as much as we want to say, oh, it's about light versus dark, it's about left versus right, it's about spirit versus physical, we're still here. Are we not? Are you not still here on my Instagram, on my live? Are y'all not still here on my YouTube? So while we're here, we have to do the work to exist here so that when the children that we bear while we're here come into this realm, they'll be okay. I mean, I have children in other dimensions, but I have a child that's in this dimension. And I'm just trying to find out where he is so I could bring him over there. Now, I did see him in another dimension. He was trapped with my mother on a train. Some dirty subway. Who's laughing? What's funny?
Third eye baby.
What's funny about anything I'm saying?
I finally opened up a third eye. I can visualize. I see me. I see everything inside.
Because I've been fasting for the past, I don't know. This is day number 6 of me just drinking just coconut water, fruits here and there. Okay, so yeah, I'm fasting. So this is a very sacred time for me. So I'm taking what I'm saying seriously. I'm not taking this like, oh, I'm not considering my spirit. Like I'm very in touch with my spirit right now. So what I'm telling you guys is, you can't tell people, oh, because you're spiritual, you can't vote. Oh, because you're this person, you can't do that. Like I'm literally in a house with a bunch of people who they want to be in my energy and have me experience what they're going through in their bodies. They literally feel like robots. When I'm in their energy, it's like my voice starts glitching out, all kinds of stuff. I'm like, what the fuck is that? What kind of frequency is that? It's because they got the vac. So they have those little nanobots floating around in their body that's throwing off their frequency. So to someone like myself who literally just fasted and I'm just literally myself at the most, vibrational format. I'm literally letting my flesh dissipate into nothingness to become more of my electromagnetic body. Because we could see, y'all can see the holograms when Tupac does the show, when they do the shows with Tupac and they have him on show on stage, and Left Eye when they make her a hologram, right? So imagine you could do that to yourself. What's up, M Pin God? M Pin God. What's up, love? So imagine the holograms that you see when you go to these shows, right, of these celebrities that have passed away. Imagine you can do that to yourself without actually passing away. By fasting and breaking yourself down to the most molecular electromagnetic structure that you possibly could be. You can do that by sheer will. And because you can do that, you make yourself electricity. And electricity is what the whole entire world runs on. Right? Because when you pass away, what do they do to you to try to bring you back to life? They send electromagnetic currents and waves through your body. Right? Let me turn this thing off my mirror. I cover my mirror at night because I was feeling a little weird about the mirror. So imagine you can molecularly break down your body. What's up, love? Welcome to the live. Imagine you can break your body down by sheer will, by simply fasting. Why do you think that they told Jesus to go into the desert and fast for 40 days and 40 nights? Excuse me. Sorry. Someone's invading my personal space. Because they wanted Jesus to become his most powerful self. Because when you become electromagnetic waves, if you become what the world runs on, that means you could tap into the frequency of the world. Yeah. You tap into the frequency of the house. Like when I fast and I come in here and I really like tap into myself, the lights will flicker. And even when I don't fast, I'm just, giving into everything that's around me, the lights flicker. Because we all are electricity at the simplest form. We are waves. We are vibes, as everyone wants to vibe, right? So if people understood that, right? And when you went to go vote yesterday, you went based on the vibe that you felt from the candidate versus not what they say on a commercial, because anybody could put anything they want to on a commercial, right? I could put whatever I want to in a commercial and tell you that I'm going to support you. I want to give you $250,000 to sign down for your first house. I could tell you 25,000. I could tell you that I'm going to free all the slaves. I could tell you anything to become president, right? I could tell you anything. What's up, Too Blessed to Be Stressed? What's up, your Wonder Woman? What's up, Kato? But I could tell you anything on a commercial just to get you to vote for me. But if you went yesterday and you voted based on, because I said this yesterday, if you went yesterday and you voted based on the vibe you felt when you got into that poll and you thought about that person's name, because that's why I was fasting. I'm like, I'm fasting. Let me see what this person's vibe is on. That's not really my speed. I can't bang with that. Or, okay. It's resonating with my heart space. I'm feeling that. Right? I even think about that about people. Like when it comes to people, I've been like that for years. If the vibe ain't right, I don't care if you my family or not. I don't fuck with you. I don't care if we live right next to each other and you my neighbor and you waving at me, you saying, "Hey neighbor," I'm gonna look at you like your vibe off. I'm not about to open up my voice, open up my mouth, and allow your energy to go into my body. Because when you communicate with someone, you're agreeing to share energies with that person. You're agreeing to open your mouth and allow this energy to enter your body. See, the thing is for me, right? Me fasting, it's making my energy more electromagnetic, right? It's making things want to attract to me because it's like a magnet, right? Because electricity, magnets. But I don't want to deal with none of these people, right? Because I'm like, y'all clearly don't think right. Because y'all see me going through A, B, and C, X, Y, Z. And the first thing y'all do is judge it and laugh at it and try to snicker in the background versus like, how can we assist you so that you can heal and get to you know, your mission on earth. If your mission on earth is to stop somebody like me, I can't fuck with you. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to say hi to you. I'm not going to be like nice to you. I'm not going to, because I'm a very nice person. Y'all see my face. I haven't consumed food in almost 6 days. Like I've literally only been eating like, I ate mangoes yesterday and some watermelons. The day before that, I ate nothing. I only been eating sunflower seeds. I'm also taking my Cascar Sagrada capsules that I made myself. Parasite Detox tea capsules. So I have a tea that I made, but I blended the tea down into a powder and put it in these capsules. So I'm detoxing my body on so many levels right now. Y'all see how clear the skin is. Y'all see the glow. Y'all see me add the glow in, but y'all see the glow that already came. Like y'all already see what's already here. I made these with wormwood, yellow dock, yarrow root. What else is in here? Hibiscus, hyssop, nettle, burdock root, blessed thistle. All things helping me get the herpes virus out of my body. But not only just the herpes virus, burdock root cleanses the blood. Wormwood helps cleanse out the liver and the lymphatic system, which is connected. The liver and the lymphatic system are the same. They're on the same system. The kidneys, all that good stuff. All your lymph nodes. Blessed thistle helps heal open lesions. So that relates to the herpes virus for me personally. If I have a, an outbreak or even a canker sore in my mouth, or if you have a boo-boo on your knee, whatever, or a cold sore on your lip, it's still herpes, just for fair warning, in case anyone doesn't want to accept that. So then outside of that, we have hyssop is the holy healing herb that was in the Bible. That was in the Bible, known as a holy healing herb. Okay. And then what else do we have? I'm missing out on something. It's something I'm missing. Oh, nettle helps reduce inflammation. All these herbs are listed here in this capsule, and I'm taking 2 of these a day. 2. Not 1, 2. And I'm only consuming coconut juice with a little bit of pulp in it. And like maybe 8 bottles of coconut water a day. Maybe more, depending on how I'm feeling. 8 of these and then 2 of those. For the past 6 days. I have people in my house trying to energetically siphon from me, attached to my energy because it feels so pure to be in this space, but they don't want to do the work to feel good. 2 days ago, actually, I cleansed out my energetic field. I went into my pineal gland and I cleaned everything out of my system. I cleared it out from the top to the bottom. What's up, your Wonder Woman? You're too what's up? I'm too blessed to be stressed. I hope I said everybody already. I think I might have said hi already. But I went and I cleaned it out, and I went to every portion of my body, and I said, "Where is this nerve? What is this nerve connected to? What is this brain stems connected to? What is this brain stem connected to? What is this brain stem connected to? Okay, here's the here's the land of milk and honey right here. Okay, all right, and this is my body." A lot of people who've been energetically siphoning from you for years, they forget that your body and your energy field and your whole entire organism does belong to you, and you are allowed to send energy frequencies through your body so that you can feel comfortable, because you need to know your energy separate from their energy. You should know that. You should know, that's not my energy right there. What's this right here? So I literally have like a nerve that someone's trying to send it to my nipple. Like, Believe Me Foundation. Yeah. What's up, love? How are you doing? What's up, one worth following? So I think people forget that you're allowed to access your pineal gland, your pituitary glands, and send your energy through all those different 11 nerve endings in your brain. Circle that energy through the top of your brain. Once you get to those two stems in the front, it circles straight through the top of your brain and goes to the back. And you be like, oh, this is my energy. Oh my God, I feel so good. You break away from what you've been stuck in, the mental hypnosis of I'm not worthy, or I don't feel good, or life isn't great. You realize even if I don't have $10, I'm still a whole God. Because then you'll realize, wow, my energy affects the room when I walk in. But you have to be tapped into your own aura to know these things about yourself. People will say, oh, if you're fasting, you're sacrificing yourself. You're just basically killing yourself. In every single religion that I've ever studied, it was a mandatory thing to fast. We're supposed to fast on Easter. We're not supposed to eat no meat. We're only supposed to eat fruit. I mean, what, fish? Or something like that. Sorry, y'all. They really trying to go at it today. They need a place to get their energy from today. You hear my voice, my burp, it just sounds is energetically off because they're trying to pull you into an energetic matrix and trap your spirit, trap your electricity, trap your consciousness into their world and what they want you in. But there's different levels of electricity. Just like you can put 20 volts into something, you can put 50 volts into something. One light bulb runs on 50 bulbs, another light bulb runs on 100 lumens. Different light bulbs, different situations. Just because two people came together and had a baby doesn't mean that that baby is them. You will know by people's forehead symbols. Y'all can see this looks like an Anunnaki sign, but it's really wide and looks like a V at the top instead of going straight up and down skinny like. That's because when an Anunnaki and a different kind of organism come together and have a baby, that baby is now a hybrid of two different organisms. It's like when you put a mule, right? There, you can't make a mule mate with a mule. In order to get a mule, you need a horse and a donkey. And the mule is born, but it's sterile. So when you're mixing up energies with people who aren't from your organization or your starseed galaxy or from your own vibration, you can potentially harm what you're here to do. So let me speed up now. Okay. So then people want you to be slowed down. They want you to be slow. They want you to be on their timeline or their frequency. They want you to be like them. They want you to be, oh yeah, oh my God, I'm so sad. I'm so mad. They want you to be in your emotions. They want you to be all, oh, speaking. You just saw how slow I was talking just now? That's because I slowed down and I allowed different energies into my cipher. You don't have to allow different energies into your cipher. You're allowed to move as fast as you need to move because you need to meet people on your frequency. You need to meet people who are like you. You need to meet people who are on your time, who are moving towards the future, who don't want to be stuck in the past. You need to move towards those people who can help you build a new future. Your family, they think like this, they operate like this, they operate like whatever. Forget it. Who cares? Move around. You can love your family all day. You can love your grandmas. You can love your great aunties. You can love everybody, but they might not love you because you are trying to evoke change in the ecosystem that they are comfortable in. Did you think about that? Maybe you are that catalyst that's going to bring the new ecosystem that's more beneficial to more people. But because your aunties, your grandmas, and your moms and your dads, they've grown up in this society that they've built, they're like, we're standing on business. This is the only way it's supposed to be. No, it's not. Because if it was only meant to be like that, then we new children would have not been given a dream to change it. That's like Martin Luther King Jr. I have a dream that one day, did his dream not come true? Did black boys and black girls not end up going to school together? So, but back in the day before that, what happened? We was segregated and slavery. And so I just want you to remember that people's dreams do come true. There's a reason people have dreams. There's a reason why people are meant to do the work that they're meant to do. There's a reason why people have the visions that they're having, because we're supposed to be changing. We're not supposed to be staying the same. And if people want you to stay the same, then people don't love you. They don't love you. They don't love you. And they don't love you. And they don't love themselves because they can't even imagine themselves being so great that they could change the world. They're so stuck on the world being how it is that they're so insignificantly valuing their own selves. They can't imagine that they could have that much impact in the world because they can't see how great they are, because they've been subdued to the consciousness that they're bullshit, that they're not shit, that they're worthless, that they want you to feel worthless because they feel worthless. They're so in their heads thinking that they're worthless that they want you to forget your dreams. I mean, we have one we're following, Jasper. She came in. I remember one day they used to tell me, "Oh, she had a baby, ain't nothing." I remember that when I used to talk to you, you know. So I remember back in the day, oh, she the oldest sister. She ain't nothing. She just out here. She had a baby. Ooh, we went to her. Oh, look at this. She had this little apartment. I got this nice house. You know, she moved away. She stayed with my mother. Ooh, she did. And look at you now. Has her own salon, her own oil that grows hair, her own product line. She done adopted her siblings' children. Woman's great. But before that, everyone in the family was talking shit about her. But now she's a hairstylist on her own salon with her own products, raising her brother and sister's children along with her own, and left the man that might not have been good for her. So we got success stories right here on this timeline right now. So if somebody doesn't value you or see you as worthy of leaving them in the past because they don't want to see you for who you are, they don't want to support you for who you are because they want to be stuck in their stuck ass paradigm of the universe, and they don't realize that the world is changing regardless of whether they try to put a little bit of energetic hold on you today, not realizing, okay, well, when you got a clock in the work, you can't focus on what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and tap right back into my pineal gland and do exactly what I want to do because it's my body. That's why we have laws. Roe versus Wade. It's my body. It's my energy. It's my child. Just like you did. You took yourself down there. You opened up your own business. You got your own products. You're great. You're amazing. You're an inspiration to me because I'm also a hairstylist with a kid and a dude and all these family. I live with grandma instead of mom. Yeah, mom, she left. All that stupid stuff. Same stuff. Different. That's how we got to understand that. How is it that people don't understand that people around you are literally you, living your story, giving you inspiration to be better than you, who you are? I might be you in the future and you're just too scared to see it, even if you are 50, 60, 70 years old. You just can't visualize yourself doing something so great because people have told you were worth nothing your whole life. So now you want me to feel like I'm worth nothing. You want me to feel like I'm not worthy of stepping into being a queen of my own kingdom. You want me to feel like I can't compete with you. I don't want to compete with you. You're not competing with me. You're not shit to me. You wanna know why? Because I would never do some shit like that to my child. I would never do some shit like that to anyone that I know. I wouldn't want my children fighting each other just for a place for my recognition. Like what? I'd be sitting here, hey y'all, if y'all don't get together and start this business together, I need y'all to do this. I'm giving out, hey, you're good at this. Your whole life you've been doing this. I need you and you to do this together. I'm giving directions because before I die, I need y'all to be able to be this so that when I do die, I can die with some greatness about, yeah, before I died, my kids was doing this and I could stand on business about that. But people be so deluded and so confused in their own heads, they don't realize that they're literally snuffing out their own potential legacy. They're literally killing their own legacy for the legacy of somebody else who really don't give a fuck about them, who put them in the bag and washed their asses up back when they was a kid, who didn't fight for them when they were going through their childhood traumas. You rather sit here and work for these old ass biddies who living off your shit versus trying to build your own dynasty of queens who can be better than any section and any sanction of what you've seen happen before you. No, I'd rather sit here and snuff out the ones who I birthed. Like, what kind of stupidness is that? Yeah, I'm gonna make one of my kids the family sacrifice this year. Instead of saying, damn, my kid actually got more tenacity and drive than this person. And even when she ain't got this, oh wow, my kid. And it's funny because like I said, it's happened in other families. Like I said, I've seen it with the wonderful woman here who owns her own salon and has adopted her brother's children. The family used to tell me she ain't this, she ain't that, she just this, she just that. Da 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 da. She stayed back home. She was too afraid to move with us, and we left her behind with grandma. And woo, 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 woo. And now she owned her own salon. Her own salon. She has enough money to support her siblings' children because she believed in herself, whether her family believed in her or not. And I love that. Thank you for reminding me to support and remember to believe in myself and coming on this live today. Thank you. Because even when your whole family has it out against you, be that one to stand up and be like, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. Because clearly y'all can't stop me. Because if y'all could, y'all would have by now. And you still haven't. I'm still making positive moves moving forward. To try to energy siphon from somebody else or try to take somebody else's destiny, somebody else's dreams and goals and try to put root work on them to stop them, thinking that you're entitled to their energy. Like, I'm going to plug your energy into my whole entire community and we're going to feed off of your life source. Are you fucking mad? Just because you decided to be a human sacrifice for your riches don't mean I will. You better go on somewhere. Well, I have friends and you don't. So, and why would you say something like that to your child? Why would you say something like that to a relative? Why would you say something like that to someone who is literally you in the flesh, but from a different timeline? Even grandparents giving out bad advice. Yeah, don't tell nobody your plans. Just move in silence and be quiet and don't say nothing. That's not the plan. My job isn't to move in silence and be quiet. Because if I silence myself, then I'm allowing people to assassinate me while I'm sitting there silently, not preaching my story, not having a testimony. I can even feel it now. They all on my solar plexus, just sitting there, feasting on my confidence. It's not your confidence, it's my confidence. This is what I was given when I was born. This is mine. This is my energy. Because if I block you out of my aura, you don't have it anymore. So it's mine. You can feel, oh, I'm your parent. You belong to me. Hogwash ass crack. I'm your grandparent. You belong to me because your mom belongs to me. Hogwash ass crack. And anyone who would say some stupid shit like that to you, don't believe them. They're just trying to put word spells on you and try to make you believe that you're not worthy enough to step out of the box. Did you know that you could go to a tree and cut a branch off of that tree and propagate it and put it in water and it will grow its own roots? And you could take that little piece, that little branch and plant it somewhere else, and that tree, or rather that branch, will turn into its own tree. You can leave your family whenever you want to and replant yourself somewhere else. Oh, you live with the family, so you need the family. No, 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 no. I live with the family because I decided to stop my spiritual journey and fighting against the politics that we're sitting here suffering under. All y'all, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Shoot something at my heart chakra. Fuck you. Lay down in a ditch somewhere. Let the real ones stand up and stop trying to stand on top of us and our energy. People who really stand on something. Everybody else, oh, we work these jobs and we get six figures, so we're important. That's beautiful. I love that for you. You've completed your task. Now move the fuck out the way and pave the way and lay the bricks for the ones who are now going to go above and beyond that and be the entrepreneurs who are going to make seven figures. Did you ever think like that? Like, okay, your mother only made five figures. You make six figures. Now your daughters are going to be out here making seven figures if you get the fuck out the way and support them the correct way. It's so funny. I was on a live with Queen of Fool one time, and she said, "Oh yeah, woo, 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 woo." She was kind of like, you know how spirituality works. It's like the people on the screen talking directly to you, but not to you. And she was like, "Yeah, so and so and so." And then I guess somebody mentally was saying, "Well, she's not good enough because look at her." Like, well, okay, say you want to support this daughter versus this daughter. How much support did the other daughter get on her journey, though? How many people were standing behind this person, supporting financially, mentally, spiritually, had own bedrooms, had all the different gifts and gabs and gadgets given to them through their journey of becoming a woman versus the other child? Not to make you feel guilty about it, but really sit here and think about this for people who have children. You might have an older child that you had, like me. I had my son, I was only 18. I didn't have everything that I needed back then. If I had my credit knowledge back then, he would have had his own credit card back then. He would have had everything back then. I would have had him on my credit and everything back then. right? But I didn't know everything back then. And I can admit that because that's how you humble yourself and say, okay, now it's time to heal and get to the next destination by doing better this time, right? So I didn't have everything together back then. So how many of you have had a kid when you didn't have everything together, but then you got married, got stuff together, and then gave the other children better opportunities? That usually is what happens, right? But you can't get mad at the children for noticing, like, dang, well, I kind of feel like I have a little bit of disposition here because I don't really have that kind of backing. But you know what? I still understand my power, my authority, so I'm going to stand on business above that. Like I'm still going to stand on business, like, and they still are able to surpass the accomplishments of the other children who were nestled and nursed. Now, I'm going to use my own family for an example. I was born my mom's first kid. Of course, my mom was young back then. My father was in prison. Same thing with me and my son. Generational curses repeat themselves, right? What's up, NY for short? Generational curses repeat themselves, right? But when you realize, like, okay, I'm the generational curse breaker because I can see the generational curse. Most people won't acknowledge it or see it. You won't see that, oh, my grandmother had my mom when she was 18 and got married to my granddad. My mom had me at 20 when she was young and my dad went to prison. So yeah, but she didn't get married, but the same thing happened. He was a player, he was a cheater, whatever, whatever. So then I had my son at 18 and his dad was a player and a cheater. Okay, it's a pattern that needs to be broken. So I ended up having a son first instead of having a daughter first. So that's right there already breaking the pattern. That's the first step to breaking that pattern, right? Moving past that now we're moving into even bigger realms of, okay, I've broken that trauma. I've had the son first. So now I can't have a daughter who's going to have another baby, as soon as she's born, right? Whatever, as soon as she's 18. So I have a son. He could have a daughter or something like that when he's 18. That could happen. However, I think based on my decisions I'm making today, where I got him as a authorized user on my credit card, he's going to have good credit. I'm starting him a business now. He has his own business. He has his own business checking account. Even if that did happen to him, he has a way of making money before he even got started. Are we clear on that? So I could take him and put him up here on the shelf like, okay, I did that work. He's up here on the shelf now. He has better opportunities than myself to do certain stuff. Cut the cords of iniquity off of his feet. Cut the weights. Cut all the burdens off of him. Remove all those ties and those chains and those whips and everything else off of him. I've now put my son up here on a pedestal because I'm changing a generational curse, right? And again, most people, because you're breaking a generational curse, the family will look at you like, how dare you break the curse of having a kid at 18 by having a son first and getting him financially together by getting him his own business, his own checking account, his own things. A lot of families do that. Why? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But now I put him up here on a shelf and said, that's where you're going to be at. You're going to be up there. And, regardless of whatever I do now, at least you have business, life insurance policies on me and yourself. And I've been sure to ensure that you have a future. It's like the people around you get jealous and they just attack you versus say, damn, I'm so fucked. Yeah, my daughter, shoot, she had a kid and she went and got life insurance on herself and her son. I don't know, man. Look, okay, I'm proud of that. And she had her own business for 4 years. And on top of that, she made sure that she got her son credit cards in her and his name. And he got his own business and his own business checking account. They rather forget to brag on those points and just say she needs to go to a mental institution. She's crazy because she's spiritual. I don't want you to see her as a valuable player. And I want you to see a kid that I birthed as next to nothing versus seeing this child that I birthed as me, but the better improved version of who I was supposed to be when I had her, right? When she was a kid. They forget about that part. So they want you to feel like, ooh, 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 but they forget that the other children who had the opportunities that they invested all the money in, and yeah, these kids gonna be the winners. They're gonna be the leaders of the pack. Yeah, I'm standing support these ones right here. I ain't even looking at these older ones no more. I'm looking at these two. These are the cream of my crop right here because I had my whole life together and I want them to be successful. Nothing wrong with that because My two siblings, who are the youngest, they're both, well, one of them already has his master's and the other one is getting her master's. And one of my brothers actually already has his bachelor's and he graduated from college. Did you lose something? If so, I think I found it. Oh, thank you. Well, bring it back to me if you did. Appreciate you. So, what's up, Stronger Than Before? What's up, Stay Free? What's up? Okay. So, I was this oldest person who was set aside to be just another generational curse. And just it's like they want one of the kids, somebody has to be the flunk out of all the children for some odd reason in families. I don't get what it is. Like, somebody's got to be the alcoholic, somebody's got to be the drug addict, somebody's got to be the failure. But my mom has 5 kids. And even though I've now moved back into the house today, because I was like, oh, my brother said, oh, they said you owe money. And instead of me going to court with you and supporting you and going against the apartment complex and having some strength and having a backbone and saying, what's wrong is wrong. Y'all got mold in this apartment building and they're allergic to it. And it's proven through medical records and through them actually I went and got the mold tested and everything, sent in test paperwork. I could show y'all the whole entire file. I still have it to this day. It's right here in my car with me. Went through all of that just for them to be like, just leave the apartment and don't, because they gonna make us pay money. And if they make me pay money, then you paying every dollar. Standing on business like that instead of standing on business saying, I'm gonna support my sister because she's actually being an advocate. She's actually standing on business for people who go through this. People go through having mold in their apartment because grandma had mold in her apartment. So let's stand on business and make that change and make sure that people don't have to go through that. Because what I was doing was helping a whole entire organization who were helping families and people who live in low income apartments that go through stuff like this. We're the leasing people who are out on boats and yachts all year long. Hey, woohoo! Rent Cardone and all them. Yeah, I'm at the top of the food chain. I would never let anyone who's not white get to the top of the food chain. He said that. So people like him who own these apartment complexes that reel in about $2 billion, $2 million a year. Instead of them taking that money and fixing apartments for people who live in these apartments, they rather, send us to court and try to make us get pushed to the side. I'm sitting here standing on business. So instead of him helping me stand on business, just come back to mommy's house and they won't make us pay the money or else you gonna pay it. Trying to make me feel bad about standing up for the rights of other individuals outside of myself and standing on business for what happened to my grandmother for years. Hence why she always has she on a breathing machine and everything else. Anyway, so instead of people valuing what I'm doing and saying, wow, we have a catalyst for the change, for the betterment of human beings who are actually living here, we want to support that. That's amazing. That's helping people live because they've crossed into the 6-figure bracket. Now it's like, no, those little people at the bottom deserve to die. They didn't work and they are on food stamps and they're on assistance. So they don't deserve to live life. Forgetting that your mama was on assistance. Your mama used to be living at the big old family house. Your daddy used to be selling crack. Your mama used to be outside looking for assistance to raise all y'all. You used to be living on the floor at your mama's house. They forget who the fuck they were and forget where they came from, but then they tell you to forget. You forget where you came from because you rising into power. So yeah, you better stop forgetting where you came from, trying to be famous and trying to be a celebrity and trying to be a rapper. Hold on. If I want to finally get my 7 figures because you've maxed out at 6 figures, why are you trying to stop me from doing what I'm doing? Why is it so hard to support me? Why is it so hard to look at me and be like, yeah, I appreciate what you've done for the family and for the bloodline because you're actually going against the grain. You're actually being a freedom fighter. You're actually helping people who don't have a voice have a voice. What's up, Ty? What's up, Evie's? They can't clap for the person who went through all of this. And even with all these spiritual attacks, I can feel them all on my back right now. They got people trying to come in my womb right now, come in my heart chakra, come in my throat chakra. You can't stop me because I'm unstoppable. Have you not realized it yet? They don't want to realize it's like, I want to laugh at you because I energetically siphoned you. So even though you have a voice, nobody's going to listen because I'm the one in control. Fuck you and your domicides. If you have become a product of the system that helps hinder people who helps hinder people like you were when you were younger, are you not the own evil that you were fighting that helped you get to this point? Did you not have to fight that evil to cross over and to get to the point where you even could say some stupid shit like that to me? You forgot about that part of the journey, huh? It's like they don't want to see the oldest child is like, oh yeah, those accomplishments are also good, because even though I had to sleep on the floor when I was young, even though there were days where we almost got evicted, even though there were days where we got all of our stuff sold at the public storage and we had no belongings and we had to start over from scratch, and I lived and I only had a bin of clothes to wear to school, even though there were days where I had to, I used to steal clothes from the Old Navy because I'm like, well, if my mom can't afford it, I'm gonna just steal clothes because I mean, hey, I'm not gonna bother her about stuff that I want so I can look, cool like all the other kids at school. And the kids are sitting here convincing me, like, yeah, come on, we're gonna go steal from the store. It's what we do. Come on, man, it's easy. Instead of you sitting there and trying to support one of your babies who's actually standing on business for who you used to be, you're gonna send in the troops to come fuck them up. Well, if I don't fuck you up, then they're gonna kill me instead. Well, then your ass deserve to die if you even think like that. Because why would you think that somebody could kill you when you could just break away from the system and go become an entrepreneur too? People forget about that shit. What's up, Miss Quana B? Even when I was advocating for the herpes positive community, they didn't want to see the positivity and all the things I've done. I literally came from being a firstborn child, sleeping on floors, not having no monies, out kicked out of the house plenty of times just because, oh, you making it hard for me and the husband to exist on our frequency, so we kicking you out and you gonna have to live with your father. Okay, so now when I want to try to go do that spiritually today, it's a problem. Now it's a battle, it's a fight. It's just like I went from that to I graduated from high school. I went to college. I realized college wasn't for me. I ain't like college. It was annoying. It was annoying to have to regurgitate some information that some random person gave me and tell them that I understand it. And now I need you to give me an A on this paper because I'm begging for your approval is dumb to me. Especially when it's just regurgitated information that I could learn from a book. If I just bought this book and read it myself and highlighted all the important points on my own time, I would still be just as smart as a college student. That's what I get upset with, right? And stuff that you learn in real life, college can't teach you. College just allows you to grow a network of people that you're connected to so that when you decide to do some evil shit or you want to go move, you have some people to support you. Because the people that I met in college, I still am in connection with some of them, a few of them here and there, but not everybody was on the mission that I was on. They want to build wealth and be, I want the society to see me with the big, flashy, famous car. I want to have the top tier job. I want to be able to put the best makeup on. I only use NARS, only use Laura Mercier. I want to use, Ferragamo belts. I want to have Valentino. It's nothing wrong with having nice stuff. But did you forget about your soul? Did you forget about your spirit? Did you forget about the fact that, if you let the wrong person get near you, you could potentially screw up your whole entire destiny or the way that you think. What's up there, go Kane? So off some Cain and Abel stuff. So let's go even deeper into this story. So I went from being that firstborn kid that was pretty much projected to be nothing. Once I was in college and I decided to have my kid at 18, I was projected to be nothing. Oh, you decided that you were going to be 18 and have a kid, so now we're going to just mark you off as the failure. You had the kid at 18, failure, bye. We don't want to focus on you. Now we're going to take all of our energy and focus it on these 4 kids and make sure that they become the face of the family. Baby, my birthday is 11/22. That's master numbers right there. If anybody understands occultism and esotericism, those numbers right there let you know you're supposed to bet on me. Regardless, it doesn't matter what the fuck is going on in the story. You're supposed to bet on me because 11 is a master manifester and a 22 is a master builder. And then 33 is the only number that I'm missing. And I'm not married to a Mason, but hey, you know how that goes. So, with that all being said, right? Because I got somebody who's trying to put this stick in my back, and this bitch is really getting on my nerves because it's really jealousy. But hey, I had to stick her in her eyeballs real quick because she was really throwing me off. Y'all, that tension I was feeling in my back, I had to get it out. Excuse me. Thank you, Lord, for allowing me to move out of that space. So we went from all of that 18-year-old failure, baby daddy, he didn't graduate from college, he didn't go to school, he's still in high school, he's younger than you by 6-7 months, he ain't nothing, that kid ain't gonna be nothing, woo woo woo, we just gonna give up on you and focus on these 4 kids over here. Which, like I said, the brother, he became a bachelor graduate. My sister, she had a daughter recently, she had her own business. It's not really anything anymore. But now she works at apartment complex as a leasing agent or something like that. My brother, he has his master's, and my other sister is getting her master's. Okay, you can brag on all three of those points, right? But don't forget about the oldest kid, where even though you decided to push me out of the house, because at some point I was like, you know what? I can see you need help with your finances. I'm gonna go ahead and move with this family member to relieve some stress off of you. So let me just go ahead, take me out of private school. I don't need to go there because that costs too much money. Just let me go to public school and let me figure it out over here. I was making decisions like this at the age of 10. I'm telling you what to do at 10. I'm like, I can already see his stress, his struggle. Send me over here and y'all focus on them. I seen that a long time ago. I've been making decisions, executive decisions in the family for a long time. And I went over there and went to middle school at 10. Yes, I did. Late birthday. Learned how to wash my own clothes by myself. I put my own tampon in at 10 because I knew that one day I was going to have my period and I wanted to be able to use a tampon. The day I came with my period, I wanted to go to the pool. Guess what? Because I knew how to put a tampon in at the age of 10, when I came with my period at 12, because I taught myself, I was good. I didn't have to. My aunt's like, what do you mean you need a tampon? You're a kid. I'm like, I already know how to put it in. Just give me the tampon so I'll go to the pool. So I've been making these executive decisions and executive choices about life since I was 10. I knew I had to be prepared at 10 for life. Moving past that, I was like, oh, my grandfather's moving in with this lady. Something's telling me something's not right. I'm going to just move back into my mom's house because I know something's going to fall through with this woman and something's not sitting right with me. Why are you moving out of a house that you already own to go move with another woman? It doesn't make sense. I don't like it. No. I told my mother, same time, I don't like the man that you about to move out of this house with. I don't like it. Doesn't make sense. What's up, Kiss Me? What's up, Vonfidence? I was telling all these people these things since I was 10. I've been knowing the future since I was been telling these people everything. My grandfather moves out of a house that he already owns and is almost done with the mortgage to move in with this woman. Guess what happens? She ends up being a money launderer. Yeah, she was stealing money. She was embezzling money from her job, and she was on house arrest in their house. So, okay, I knew what I knew about her, right? And I told my mom, don't move in with your husband. It's not going to be right. She didn't listen to me. Here we are today. He's trying to have a domicile. Every single time the kids try to fight back or something, I'm in the shower, like getting spiritually attacked because I got a new boyfriend or new spiritual energy that's around me that's like healthy. And it's like everybody trying to attack it because the man is trying to protect me, because that's what a man's supposed to do. When you find a good man, he going to protect you from the world, not subject you to the world. A good man going to cover you, going to cover your front, your back, your left, your right. A good man. I find a good man, a well-raised man, and I got his energy around me, and everybody attacking me from every which angle. And that's like, you're using the water too long. I need to get in your energy and make you mad because your energy is making me feel inferior. You should feel inferior because you never listened to me and you decided to marry to this man who didn't do like the money and the support. All these things are beautiful. This stuff is beautiful, right? But if our spirits are not right, the things that we have around us don't fucking matter. Because when people see you, they see your spirit. They don't see what you have. They don't care about your house. This is all a reflection of our country. I'm telling you a story about my life, but it's about our country if you were paying attention. Hence Erykah Badu, when she says America, her CD says America, but it has Erykah Badu or Erica, her name in it, America. Because women are the soil that you live on. See, us women, our wombs are what you live in. And when you come into our bodies and you come in here and you try to disrespect us, you cause karma on yourself and on your family. So you chose a man who will put you through hell, and then you wonder why your life is like that. See, I be trying to choose men because I made the wrong decision before. I try to choose men. What's up, Stephen Nash? I try to choose men now who I know will put me in a better position, who would see me, who are spiritual, who are eating healthy, who are cleaning out their bodies, who are detoxifying themselves, who are detoxifying their family bloodline, who are separating from toxic people. I'm choosing men like that because that's the healthy, healed energy I want to bring into my family. I don't want to bring more karma, more destruction, more misery to my family bloodline. I'm so aware, and I've been thinking like this since I was 10. So for people at this point in time to look at me and try to paint me out to be a failure to the family, like the whole family thinks you're a failure, and yeah, Aunt Pat said you look sick. I'm like, I bet I do look sick. I've been sitting here with y'all, and I feel people messing with my womb. It's somebody doing womb magic on me. You think I can't sense that? You think I'm so, because nobody taught me about the black magic. No one walked me through the doors of initiation into spirituality. I was not walked through by nobody. Most black girls are given that moment where their ancestor, their elder walks them through the doors and says, "Hey baby, this is spiritual awareness. This is what we're going to be on. This is what time." I was not given that. It's like the whole family pretty much had a whole entire plot on me and my energy and never walked me through the doors of initiation to shit. I had to learn this shit on my own. So everything that I know spiritually, I built by my own self. It wasn't because my mom taught me how to put a six-pointed star around my body and be able to see myself from all angles and know who I am. It wasn't because my father was like, you have a crown on top of your head and make sure you plug that straight through the Merkaba of the whole entire universe. And that's how you plug into source. It wasn't because someone in my family told me that as above, so below. So if you see a pyramid and you want to be a pyramid, just know that there's a part of the pyramid that goes beneath you, that goes into the dark sun that's underneath the world. And that's where all the dark occultists get their energy from. The dark energies below the earth, the core of the earth, the core of the earth magic. That's where all the dark entities get their energy from. No one walked me through all these walls of information. I had to learn this shit on my own. But when I was 10, I was telling people, don't choose that person. They're going to fuck your life up. Don't choose that person. They're going to fuck your life up. I've been saying this shit since I was 10. Nobody wanted to listen to me. Right? So even through all these iniquities, what's up, love? I'll try to walk you through. I mean, we can see about it. We'll have a class soon. But I got to a point then where I'm like, you know what? Forget all these things. I'm just going to go to school, get the good grades as best as I can, whatever, finish high school, have a boyfriend, have sex, just fall in. I didn't even smoke weed until I was in 11th grade. Most people were smoking weed in 8th grade. I tried to one time, right? I tried to one day in 8th grade smoke. I ended up dropping a J and everybody was like, "Oh my God." I'm sorry. It made me not want to smoke anymore. I did smoke a black and mild that day when I was 13, right? But fast forward, I didn't smoke again until I was in 11th grade. I had a boyfriend. And he was like, "I found some weed. You want to smoke it?" And I smoked it with him. I was like, "Oh my God, I don't like this at all." I took one hit and it hit the right way. I said, "Oh, take me back in the house. I'm not doing this." I never liked being under the influence. He did buy me a lot of Four Locos though. This is not a Four Loco, but the can. And I was drinking the Four Locos and burping like crazy. Burp, burp, like all of that. That was cool. But the thing is, people try to take you out of your position. Like I literally have someone stabbing me in my back right now. In the spirit realm, there's someone trying to put a fucking sword in my back, trying to make me feel like I'm crazy, trying to have some kind of spiritual control over my spirit and what I got going on right now. And I'm still able to push this message out to y'all because fuck them stupid ass people. Fuck them hoes. If they trying to siphon my energy and they need me, then fuck you. Because you're proving me right. So anybody who got their third eye open and those who have eyes can see, watch this shit. Look at me in the spirit realm and look behind my back. Look how many people's trying to fuck me and my son in the ass, trying to use my baby as a spiritual sacrifice for their bullshit. Instead of saying, let's protect the baby. Let's make sure the baby and the girl are protected because it makes sense. No, they don't want to protect you. They're like, well, somebody got to get sacrificed this year or we not going to make no more money. If you stupid enough to be in a system and you believe that versus like, let's use our land in the back of our house and go grow some food. And if they tell you that the homeowners association said, then get you a damn shoebox and start growing your own food on the inside of the house and stop buying your produce. Stop buying your potatoes. Grow you some pumpkins. You can grow potatoes, pumpkins, garlic, carrots, and it's something else you can grow inside the house. I can't think of it right this second. And mushrooms. You can grow mushrooms easy. You don't need that nasty ass fake meat that they're growing inside of a lab somewhere. But people be too prideful and like, well, I've made 6 figures, so you need to bow down to me. I am the queen. I am your majesty, baby. I'm not bowing down to you because you don't even bow down to you. To any relative in my bloodline. I can't bow down to y'all. I can respect y'all for the sacrifices y'all made to get me to this point to be able to speak my mind. But now that I'm speaking my mind, get the fuck out the way and let a girl glow. Don't be, I sat here and sacrificed for you, and then I'm sitting here trying to do my sacrifices for my son and sacrifice what I got to sacrifice and have a voice for my son, for his generation, for the kids after him, for his grandchildren, and for their grandchildren, for my great grandchildren. I got to stand on business, just like the woman who bought that house during redlining in my family, just like my great great grandmother. I got to stand on business with me and my man and go against the system. Because if they didn't, we wouldn't have a house to go back home to right now for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. If my other grandmother, my other great grandmother, and her husband didn't stand on business and leave Pittsburgh and become the first person to have comics and stuff in the Washington newspaper and things of that sort, if they didn't stand on business, we wouldn't have a house to celebrate the 4th of July at. If my other great grandmother didn't stand on business and leave every single man that she slept with and brought all her kids to that house and worked that job at the Mayflower and became one of the best damn what you call it, housekeeping women at the Mayflower. If she didn't stand on business back then, there wouldn't be no house for my grandma and my father to be at right now. So I'm sorry, I can see people's sacrifices a little different and realize people had to stand on business and go against the grain in order for shit to happen. So they don't like you, chosen people, because you think on a balanced headspace. You know about the light, you know about the dark. But nobody's walking you through these initiations. You're walking yourself through because you're chosen. And when you're chosen, people know it and they don't want to help you. They want to be the reason that you give up and be able to laugh at you with all the other people. Like, we made them give up. Yay, now we get to have our same domicile. We don't have to worry about changing and we get to be toxic. Isn't this great? We get to put them through mental hell and siphon all their energy and continue to live for hundreds of years and allowing the government to enslave them and telling them that they have to get these ugly jobs that we hated just to be able to survive. We're going to continue to promote the standards and social standards of the oppressors that we grew up underneath. Are you crazy? You must be. To think a person like me, who can see what you're doing in the spirit realm, how you're getting by on my baby's energy. Yeah, I had to go ahead and cut that root out real quick. When you're chosen, they don't want to walk you through your initiations. They expect you to go by yourself because if they teach you anything, then you're going to surely beat them at their game. So they purposely don't teach you anything so that they can purposely set you up for failure in this game. Even just now, I just cut a spiritual siphoning cord out of my son's gooch area. I literally can visualize in the spirit realm cutting these soul ties off of my child. And as soon as I did that, I felt a sense of relief in my body. But then the second I did that, something started coming at the sacral chakra. Something started coming at one of my butt cheeks. It started rippling. It's like, you think I can't sense what you're doing to my child because I'm that person. We have a meme, right, that says the family will continue to go through pain until one child is born that can feel it. Other people cannot feel it. They've lost their sense of touch because they gave it up long ago, or they were sold into a space where they didn't have the capacity or were not allowed to feel. But someone in the family will be born to feel. I'm that child. I feel everything. I feel what you're doing to my baby, how y'all putting cords in his gooch, how y'all selling him to all y'all's entities. Oh, yeah, we got good energy over here. Support us. Let us continue to keep going through these checks and balances. No, that's my baby, and I'm going to protect him. I don't give a fuck who you are. You're not selling my son's ass in no damn sex trafficking ring behind the scenes just for you to get by. If anybody going to be selling his ass, it's going to be me. But I ain't selling his ass because I ain't selling my ass. Because I understand that if you stand in your northern star and you stand all the way up and remember who you are and put your Merkaba back up in the air, that you don't have to succumb to sexual manipulation. But they keep on forgetting that shit. Oh, you're trying to be masculine. No, I'm being a goddess. I'm knowing that nothing's supposed to touch my womb unless it's a part of me. I'm not going to let every man that I work with have access to my womb. That's why they didn't like me when I was a school bus driver. Because I'm like, ew, I'm not going to let all y'all touch me like that. Child, this bus going to have to break down and the energy is going to have to stop for the whole corporation. Excuse me. I'll be damned. You better use somebody else's, get somebody else to do it. And a woman who sees me just, it's like, oh, shoot, okay. I see whose womb we're going to be using this year. Yeah, she the one. Yeah, put it all on her. Don't put that shit on me. Don't put that shit on my back. Don't put that shit on my kid. They see the chosen ones with this divine energy that we have, and the first thing they want to do is consume it. They don't want to figure out how can we use the energy to fix the problem. They want to continue the problem because now we have a solution to make the pain not be so egregious. So now we want to lift the weight off of our shoulders. So we're going to put you underneath all the pressure because you can handle it because you're strong enough to do it. And now we get to feel free again. No, your asses need to drop and change so that you can get the fuck out of the pain that you're in. But again, let's go back to the whole story. So they don't want to support a chosen one like myself, the firstborn with the master numbers. If you practice occultism and witchcraft and all kinds of voodoo, then you would know about the numbers 11, 22, and 33. So there's no confusion about who the fuck I am. They knew who I was the day I was born. They knew when they saw this mole in the middle of my forehead who the fuck I was, okay? They knew when I had the constellation of Orion on my face who the fuck I was and will forever be. Ain't no spell work, ain't no ritual witch work, ain't none of that shit gonna come over top of me and stop me from my journey. The journey is to heal. It's not to continue it's like they want the wound to be cut open, right? We already had a wound on our arm and it's cut open, but they want the wound to fester. They want to keep adding more stuff into it till it's like rotten and decaying until it goes all the way down to the bone. Till now you got a daggone wound that's now eating through your fucking arm, and you about to have to get your arm amputated because you letting a wound fester. They don't want to heal. They want me to be spiritually digmatized by a sibling. They want that to be my moral support. They want me to sit on top. No, I'm not sitting on top of him. That's not my man. That's not who I chose. I didn't choose him. I choose my own path. I chose already. Get his phallus away from me. I don't want that. What's up, Dream the CEO? They want you to be conditioned. They want you to be manipulated. Oh, well, I'm going to talk on the phone to let you know that I don't care what you're saying because, yeah, we still going to win. You're not going to win. You want to know why? Because there's too many awakened, chosen people going against what y'all are doing already. And more people are waking up every single day. What's up, Mystic Healer? Grand Rising to you too. What's up, Will Moali? They don't realize that we know who we are. And because we know who we are, even when we get kicked down to the bottom, we can still get back on top because we understand how to do it. It's nothing you can do to hold us down. All you're doing is wasting all your energy and having 5 seconds of breathing fresh air till you realize where you really belong. Because we don't belong on the bottom. That's why our skin glows. That's why we're able to fast for 7 days, 8 days, 10 days, 40 days, like the Savior that everybody wants to. Oh, I'm a Jesus. I believe in God. I'm doing God's work. But ain't never fasted for 40 days in their life. Couldn't put their phone down to save their life. Couldn't leave a toxic situation to save their life. Couldn't not work a job and still feel like themselves. Couldn't go 40 days without having money and still feel like a goddess. Now they sitting over here trying to send, oh, come on, get your daughter. Nah, I don't want to ride that no more. I'm good off that. You supposed to stay with your dad until marriage. Nah, if my dad's trying to promote me to be something stupid or dumb, I'm good. If you're not about to help me stand on business and really, well, you're going to break down the system. I work for the government too. That's beautiful. I'm not saying that we don't want the government to exist. I'm saying that we need people who are spiritually aware of themselves working in the government. Who are going to put their hands together and stabilize themselves spiritually. If I'm breaking away from both sides of the family, so be it. Y'all gonna have to figure it out amongst yourselves who energy y'all gonna use, because it's not me and it's not my son. This is why women in these movies on Lifetime would run away. So y'all want to watch Lifetime so much. Because how did I go from being this person who got counted out who had a kid early, right? And have you mind, when I had my kid early, I didn't have no one say, you know what, stay here with me until you get it together. Because usually that's what you're supposed to do. All right, Hispanic family, oh, it's okay, bring the baby to the house. Hey, we all having fun together. Yeah, everybody drinking their beers, having a good old time. Great time. Loving time. Living together, packed in there like roaches. They don't care because it's family. In our houses, in black houses, you better get out of my house at 18 or you better help me pay some bills because, yeah, it's real out here. And yeah, I'm going to put trauma on you before you even leave the house because you need to know that it's real out here. Instead of saying, baby, I'm going to let you live in this beautiful world that you have in your mind until it's time for you to get married so that you bring that peace to your husband and he brings you peace and you choose the right person for you and y'all bring more peace to the family by y'all becoming abundant. Y'all get to be the next umbrella that comes over top of us, and because y'all are blessed, the blessings will trickle down on top of our heads because that's how it works. My grandmother had my mother. She's supposed to go marry somebody. Their blessing's supposed to bless my grandmother and keep her healthy and happy until she's ending up dead. My grandmother was supposed to go out and marry. Her blessing's supposed to trickle down over top of her parents, but because, generational curses, she didn't do it. But my mom tried to do it, but it's like she had toxic, understanding of the relationship to men. So you didn't choose the right man necessarily because he's too damn toxic. So it's like I got the money, you don't got the money. I got power over you versus like I want to bless your whole entire family because we're abundant and I love you. And this is not for me to make you feel bad or make anyone feel bad, but it's the truth. So when someone like me wakes up and says, I don't want to do that toxic shit anymore, let me find the man who's not toxic, who is wealthy and who will support and who will look out for the cookout. Let me go marry that one. And his blessings will pour down over me and make me so happy. And so, hi, yeah, we're happy. We're gonna have. Actually, we're gonna have more babies. We're on baby number 5. We plan on having like 10 kids. Maybe 11. I just say however many we blessed to have because children are blessed and there's more energy and it's just going to keep circulating. That's just how it works. Get your butt down there, Ace. The cat's trying to eat the cat food through the bag. Excuse me 1 second. You're supposed to want your children to heal and change the timeline because when the timeline changes, that's when you get better. See, funny thing is I changed the timeline, right? And my son was like, Mom, I'm getting healthy again. The mucus is coming out. Look, he's FaceTiming me. He's feeling better. The sky was bluer, everything. Do you know the whole family came through and tried to spiritually attack me again? And then guess what? He's healthy, but now they got the energy and now but guess what happened? Last night he reverted back to being unhealthy and sick again. Why? Because y'all attacking and y'all not letting the blessing come through. You don't realize that you got to go through a period of being so sick because all that sick shit got to come out of your body. Then you got to go through a healing process and then you get your new self. They so scared at the moment when they get sick. Death is upon us. Attack her because she's the one causing it. No, I'm causing your ass to fucking heal. I'm getting that sick ass virus, that toxic ass way of thinking out of your body by healing myself. And if what I do in my relationship affects you so egregiously and so deeply, wouldn't you want that to be healthy? I don't think people really understand. Hold on 1 second, because this cat gonna rip this bag and it's gonna make me mad. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. So, long story short, they will be so negligent to the fact that even though you went through hell and back, even though you were counted out, casted out, uh, 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 hold on, let me get this thing out of here. My poor baby. Hold on. Something's sticking him in the back. I need to get out. Honestly, God, I think it's really sticking my mom in the back, and she just wanted to get off my son. But let me see something. Hold on. Ugh. Jesus Christ. Oh, I can move my shoulder again. Because that's how spell work be. They'll do it to your children trying to hurt you. They'll use your babies and spiritually attack children to get at you. Literally, it felt like a sword was stuck in my back. But apparently it was done to my mother, and she decides to attach her energy to my son, which is attached to me. And because she's blocked out of my energy. So now so you're going to put it on the kid instead. The shit that these people do, man. And I don't know if it's like they just don't know no better. I don't know if it's just like intentional, but based on the comments I've heard, but it's like I gotta understand it might not even be them. It might be a spirit that's trying to just take over a lot of people right now. You know, the devils that play through people who you love, that's how they get to you. They go through people. So it's not even the people who you love necessarily, because they might not even be them people at the heart. But it's like whatever spirit is acting through them is trying to get to you. We as a society in general are in serious trouble because Trump is back in power and he tear down this country and apart piece by piece. What are your thoughts on the election results? Tell me what the election results are, because I didn't look. Oh, what are they? Who won? So my point is this, y'all. Chosen ones will go through hell and back. Myself personally, like I said, I had my whole entire family coming up against me since I was a kid. Didn't give me no rites of passages. They tried to put me in Catholicism as my way of right, and I did do all my sacraments up until communion. I didn't do confirmation, where they say you're supposed to model yourself in the light of a saint. I was probably going to be Joan of Arc, honestly. That's the one that I always looked at the most. She dressed up like a man and fought in many wars. Big Sag. Not the little one, okay? So they wanted me to do. Trump won with heavy votes, but Obama said it takes days for all the votes to fully fathom through the results. I don't give a fuck who wins. It doesn't matter to me. Because Trump, whether we like him or not, believe you me, guess what he said? He said there are aliens in jail turning the wheel in their favor. And people thought he was fun. People thought he was a joke, right? When he said it. I can't lie to y'all. Only because I seen it with my own two spiritual eyes, he ain't lying. Only because I know who these people are. He's not lying. So he might be more of a realist, He is a Gemini. He was the president that said whatever the fuck came to his mind and was on Twitter. I wanted Kamala to win bad, but hey. If y'all really that afraid of Trump, then maybe it's y'all's wake-up call to get the fuck up and do something better about who's your council members, who's your people who are running on the floor. And for all those people who told people to not vote, who are upset that Trump won. I mean, when Trump was in power, though, he did make sure that I got $10,000 in unemployment during the COVID. So, I mean, hey. And Biden did vote against families that were making under $20,000 to get scholarships into schools in DC. So, I mean, I'm just saying. It's the way you act. Let me ask you this question. Do you think the spirit world is Trump a bad Pelagian? in the spirit world. Oh, I seen him in the spirit world. He definitely had a little evil face. You know, I saw him. I was in the shower. I was meditating on it. I saw him. He's like, I was like, what the fuck? Why did I see that? Maybe that was him celebrating his win. But I saw that like 2 days ago. But he saw what he saw in the spirit realm. He wasn't lying. Like aliens turning the wheel in their favor in prison. He's not lying. He's honest to God truth. It's really happening. I'm one of the spiritualists who will tell you I saw it with my own 2 eyes and I know it for certain. So shit. Sometimes we need somebody who's gonna tell the truth to be up there. But more importantly, let me finish this story. It's the ones who they don't want to win that will win always. No one's going to congratulate me for my accomplishments in my family. No one's going to say, wow, even though you had a kid early, we're happy that you turned life around, got you a good job. And then during COVID, you ended up with $10,000. That's amazing. You did so much work in your life. You've been working so hard that you got unemployment and it put you in a position to start your own business and you were still saving money and running your household accordingly. No one's going to tell me, oh, wow, when your brother was there, you were making sure he was paying the rent on time. Because I was asking my brother, I'm like, yeah, hey, are we paying the rent on time? Like, what's going on? Like, I need to know by the 1st or the 31st if you do or don't have the money so that I can work hard so that we don't touch my savings. He didn't want to do his part and say what he needed to say. Excuse me, y'all. Fix my son's energy. It's a bunch of people up in there just trying to do too much. Okay. Gotta make sure my baby's okay. Okay. They don't want to tell you, wow. And even after that, you opened your own business and ran your own business and paid your own bills for 4 years. And while you were doing that, you became an advocate and helped out so many people not commit suicide because of herpes. And then even turned around and produced your own product line for not only hair when you were a hairstylist, meaning your golden growth and your golden elevation, which was sea moss gel, but you even created capsules that have the healing herbs to prevent the herpes virus from propagating in the virus in the body. And then you even made it into a tea form as well. And you got sea moss capsules that you make as well. Wow, you started your own product line. That's amazing. They're not going to support you and give you the energy so that it can be successful. They're not going to even go the next step further and say, you wrote a book, 2 books, one about herpetic wet low, and then another book about how to heal yourself from herpes through spiritual and enlightenment. And you even put the book on Amazon. Wow. Not only that, you created 3 albums, 3 EPs, 3 spoken word EPs, and release singles. You're making music, and it's on all streaming platforms. Not to mention that you have a podcast that you've been doing since 2021. And everything you said back then is what you're saying now, but we just wasn't listening back then. You didn't stop being who you were at 7. You still don't like to eat meat. You still like to eat, if you do eat eggs, egg whites only. You still like to eat cleaner and healthier than the next person. They're not going to congratulate you for saying, wow, even when your brother left you in that apartment by yourself, you still managed to hold the bills down, all of them by yourself, and pay your car note and not go behind on payments. And then when life took a turn and you realized that there was mold in your apartment, you then went to the courts and stood on business for yourself alone with no lawyer and almost won your case, but didn't because your brother didn't want to babysit your kids so you can get to court on time. So they threw your case out. But they were willing to open the case up again, and you had a whole entire organization waiting to support you and stand behind you on that matter. And they still are in contact with you till this day. You're trying to change the world for the average American who's living below minimum wage, below middle class living. You're trying to help them. You're trying to remove the poverty that we had to go through to get to this point to even be able to make fun of you. You're actually standing on business on a grand scheme. You're not just standing on business in your neighborhood trying to fight for a hood that's not yours. You're sitting here standing on business for people who aren't even you. And even though these people have been throwing stones at you and your household, you still was standing up for them in court, still standing up for their rights. They're not going to give you credit for being able to homeschool your kid. And then when it was time for him to go back to school, because they convinced him to go back to school, they still promoted him to the next grade. And he still was slaying them grades easy. No problem. When he was in class and he was going every single day, A's and B's, no problem. I got an A in that class. I got a B in that class. The only class I got a D in is Spanish 2, because he didn't even finish Spanish 1, because he didn't finish his school year last year. He only went through semester 1 in 6th grade, which means half of the school year. And he didn't go back to school after Christmas. And he was still able to get A's and B's in 7th grade. They're not going to congratulate you on having that for a child to represent yourself. Or the fact that your child has manners. They're not going to give you the round of applause for when you were in hair school and you were working 3 jobs and in hair school and being a young mom while your baby father was in prison. They're not going to pat you on the back for that. They're not going to pat you on the back for the fact that your baby father got sentenced to 17 years in prison and you still out here trying to stand on business by yourself. Knowing that his friends come around to bring you bad energy and bring you down because they're attached to him and his energy is low. And it's like, oh, whenever I go high and I cut him out of my energy, they like, nah, we're going to come around and bring you back down. You're going to lift him up. Why? He left me for another woman and had a whole nother baby and a whole nother family and let me know specifically that he said he didn't want to come back home to me. Why do y'all keep trying to tie me into that energy? They're not going to congratulate you for being strong enough to go through that spiritually. They're not going to be able to congratulate you for the fact that even though you're sitting here in this house where they spiritually bully you every single day because they think that I'm doing stuff to them, when really it's the energy of my son's father being in prison that everyone's dealing with. Because like Drake said, when one of us goes in, then we all go through it. They're not going to give you a pat on the back for being like, you know what, even though we attacking you because his energy is attacking us and we're going to do a deal with him where if we get you, you know, and he gonna come and like all kinds of shit they doing behind the scenes. They're not going to give you credit for still being able to write a whole book, building out a whole entire program called the Divine Masculine Childhood Trauma Release Ceremony that is on YouTube. If you guys want to go ahead and look for it, it's on here on YouTube. Go scroll down and go sit through it. I promise it will remove so much trauma from you, and it's not even the whole entire program. It's a demo. Go check it out on YouTube. It's going to relieve you from so much stress. And it's not even the whole entire program. They're not going to congratulate you for being able to record a whole entire spoken word EP while you were here. But because it was so loud and so much energy going on around here, you took your microphone, this microphone here, and plugged it up into your car. Like you plugged up to your laptop in your car and recorded a whole entire EP in your car in the 100-degree weather on the 4th of July. You recorded a whole entire EP in one day, burning to fucking death. Y'all could go look on my Instagram and see I was sweating bullets in that car. They're not going to congratulate you for being able to do that while you're here in this kind of domicide. The whole entire neighborhood around us is trying to attack me spiritually because like, how dare you have like authority over me? I got $100,000 and I got this big house. You better bow down to me for what? Who are you? Unless you're about to donate some of that money to any of these causes that I've just mentioned, fuck you. Because you see what I'm doing for the world. And it's like, you could imagine yourself doing it. So you don't want to see me being good doing it. You think just because you ran something at Bowie State University that you better than me. Bitch, I don't give a fuck what you do. Unless you're going to take some of that money and invest it into my business and be a silent owner or angel investor. What are we talking for? What are we having words for? Why are you spiritually attacking me for? I don't care about nobody's position. I respect your position because you worked hard to get it. But you're not going to use that to make me not feel empowered in what I'm doing. Is that clear? I'm not using who I am to make you feel weak. If you already feel like that when I cut everything out of my energy and I'm in my peaceful energy, then that speaks on you. Are you putting up the border around your energy? Are you putting your Merkaba in action around me? If you're not doing that for yourself, or if you do that for yourself and I still act like this, then I clearly don't need your energy. But if I do it to myself and everybody around me gets sick and shuts down, it lets me know how much of a star I really am. So give me my roses while I'm still here, because clearly y'all can't take me out. I've had people do black magic on me, death magic on me. I can see behind the scenes. My third eye is wide the fuck open. I can see them putting the oil mind thing, having it hook around and bang me in my asshole all day. I can see that shit. But then when I break that shit off of me and I get in the right vibration and what I'm doing, and I go work my little DoorDash job and I make my little $150 a day, they ain't bothering me because they don't know where I'm at. It's like, we need to be able to track her. We need to be in her energy. We need to be in her. Why do you need to be in my energy? If I'm so low level, I'm so desolate, I'm so this person, I'm so that person, I'm so unworthy of the applause that I at this point I was looking for it, but now it's kind of like I don't even want it. If I'm so unworthy of healing generational karma and trauma, and y'all want to try to get a crown to somebody else, and they clearly still out in the world smoking, drinking, fucking up their life, taking acid and every goddamn thing else, and that's who you supporting? But you want to call me a drug addict. They want to tell everyone in the world that I'm a drug addict, but I've been off of weed for over a year. At every single party that they have, you don't want to take a shot? I'm not drinking with you. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do that. I don't put shit in my body that's going to kill me. People's energy included. You're not going to stand on business about all you're attacking me when clearly I'm doing the work to heal myself from y'all shit that y'all continue to perpetrate through my bloodline every single day. I get in touch, weed gonna kill me, queen. It's gonna clog up your lungs. I mean, you smoke weed all day, right? But if you smoking, that smoke, the heat of the smoke is going to damage your bronchial tubes. Every time you inhale and hold for a long time, all that hot ass smoke in your lungs, that's why people get ice bongs. Or start to ingest their weed through food or through tea. Switch up your intake method. But to smoke it, it is dangerous. That hot ass smoke inside of your lungs is going to make them try to defend themselves. So they're going to do what? Get mucus. Going to coat themselves with more mucus to protect itself. Now you need some of my sea moss capsules. Order some. Now you need some more sea moss gel. Order some. Because when you're smoking weed, you're putting hot air in your lungs. Your body's not meant to have that hot temperature or smoke, for that matter, in your body. Because when you get in smoke, that's why you coughing when you. Oh, I can smoke and not. I ain't gonna cough. Trying to look cool. Who are you impressing? You fucking up your lungs. Not making you feel bad. I'm sorry. But like, for the people who really pride themselves on that ability, it's like, baby, drink some tea. You can turn weed into a tea. You could blend weed down and put it in a capsule like this and just take it. Just avoid burning it up and putting it in your body. I say blend it and put it in a capsule so you still get the whole entire herb in your body. It'd probably be even more powerful that way. Better high. Weed capsules. Or do it edible, your choice. But I think even that, you don't get the whole flower in your body. If you took the whole flower, the actual leaves have more medicinal purposes than the smoke or and the oils help with the healing, the joints and stuff. So I'm not opposed to intaking CBD or weed. No, I'm not telling you that if you do it, you're dumb, because we do need some stress relief out here. That's why me personally, I get these little drops. They're called Calm Child from the place. I just drop it on my tongue. Bloop, bloop. Nice little sensation goes right here to my nerves in my face, because this is this is your trigeminal nerve right here. So if you ever think about your pineal gland, link it to your trigeminal nerves to get more control of your face. Y'all hear me burping, right? Because I'm getting whatever energy that don't belong in here out. By linking my pineal gland and my pituitary gland to my trigeminal nerves. Yeah, that's how you clear your energy out. That's how you clean your headspace out. Imagine your pineal and imagine a straight line. That's why everything is about geometry. Straight line to your trigeminal gland and then a straight line from your trigeminal to your pituitary gland. You now have two triangles opposing each other in your body that are like this. They go one line down the middle and the two come to your trigeminal nerve. And it's from the top of your head view. Being spiritual is all about being mathematical because life is all mathematics because we're in an algorithm, right? And look at how the energy is just clearing out that easy. It's through math, sacred geometry, sacred mathematics. That's why you'll have people say, oh, it's sacred mathematics. That's why the top 5 elite people, like the pyramids, exactly. The top 5% of the world, they're the only people who worry about supreme mathematics. I'm sorry, look, they get mad at me because I'm clearing my energy out. Hold on, who is it? And then from your pineal gland, come down your spine to your root chakra. Make 2 triangles that go out to your arms. Now you have your wings again. It's all math and energy. What's up, Echo? It's Dante. So what's today's supreme mathematics? Let's look at that right quick. Equality. The number 6 represents equality. Supreme mathematics is a system of numerology that uses numbers, concepts, and quantitative representations to give numbers qualitative value. Here's some of the other numbers and their meanings. So it goes from 1 to 10, right? But it only goes up to 9 because when you get to 10, it's 1 plus 0, which is, or 0 and 10 are cipher. So when you get to the number 10, it's cipher, which is cycle back to the beginning. My cipher keeps rolling like a rolling stone. Oh, on and on and on and on. Like, and then understanding your body on a nervous system, right? You understand how to link your pineal gland to your womb. And remove any energetic siphoning happening there. That's why geometry is so important. That's why sacred geometry is the way of life. That's why sacred and supreme mathematics is a way of life. That's why numbers are so important. That's why they have angel numbers. That's why we have to understand Pythagorean theorem, not for what it is, but just understand. You need to know about triangles to understand life. But Thoth or Thoth also taught you to understand the importance of a sphere. See, when you're trying to travel through the world, right? Or through space, when you ascend and you go through astral projection, a sphere is the only thing that can move and not be caught by any angle. Well, I gotta get off of here and come back on for it. Tell a friend to tell a friend. But a sphere is the only thing that cannot be caught by an angle, right? So if you have a sphere around the top of your crown, what's up, ATL Vegas vibe? And that circle goes from the top of your crown down to your throat chakra. And you spin that circle around, now you've cleared out the energies around your head. So even though you understood how to use a triangle to clear your pineal gland and your pituitary gland and your trigeminal gland from an aerial view, right? Even though you've done that, hold on one second, because somebody's like trying to get up in here and stop shit, and they're really annoying. Hold on. Agent, like, how did you sell yourself out to become an agent? I don't understand. And then even furthermore, you take that circle and you put it around your throat chakra and bring it all the way down to your womb, and then you spin it around. Now your whole entire torso has been protected from any spiritual attacks. Now take that same idea and take a triangle from your womb all the way down to your knees, and then close it and spin that triangle. You've now been able to create some kind of straight or structure, or what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, hold on. Oh, let me spin that all the way. Some kind of base for your you. And everything needs a structure or a base. And the funny thing is, when you look at Masons, they'll tell you to have that, what's that thing called, a compass, protractor with a G right here in the leg area, because it's the same exact things that Thoth are teaching you, but they turned it into their own culture and tried to take it from us, rape it from us. Black Girl Magic, one of my wonderful spoken word poems you can go listen to on all streaming platforms right now. The link is in my bio. Like right now, I've been fasting for 6 days. I'm on fast mode. I'm not even eating food. You'll see how much my skin is glowing because my body's not taking time to digest. You understand? You understand? You overstand? My body's not taking time to digest anything. It's not using my energy to. I'm sorry, I'm cleaning out my son's energy. Hold on one second. Okay, hold on. All right. My body feels a little bit better. So, yeah, and y'all see how when you clear your energy out using sacred geometry, how literally you get your energy back to say what you need to say and be yourself. Like y'all heard that shift, right? In real time, y'all just watched it. That's not witchcraft. That's just knowing triangles and circles. They don't want you to know that stuff so you can protect yourself. So, where was I at? Just knowing how to protect yourself is so important. That's it. When you know how to protect yourself and remove all these energy siphoners from your body and remove all these weirdos and all these weird concepts and constructs from your spiritual self, and you can really rebuild your spiritual and energetic body through simple geometry, that's what they don't like. And it's funny because my son was born knowing it. I didn't have to teach him that, because when you're chosen to be a chosen individual, you don't have to be taught. You don't have to open up a spell book to figure out how to do something to somebody. You don't need to be in someone else's energy to protect yourself. You can just protect yourself through the secrets that you don't have to read to find out. You. Okay? So when you're chosen, you're chosen. It's nothing that can stop that. They can keep on trying to jump in your energy bubble. It's like, block. I don't got nothing to do with that. He ain't got nothing to do with that. Bye bye. You're like, no, I want access. For what? It's not even us. The energy is on you. You need to clear your energy and go to your God and figure out how you get that sword out your back. And the person that's throwing the sword is your daughter. That's the crazy part, because she thinks she's attacking me, but she's attacking you because you was behind me when she threw the sword. It's your daughter. People be so trying to attack everybody and and don't realize you're going mentally insane because you don't even know what's going on, because everyone wants their hand in some magic, but no one knows what's going on. It's the youngest. If you don't believe me, she tried to stab me in the back, but she stabbed you in the back instead. Speaking to the person who thinks that I'm doing witchcraft to them, when literally I'm just clearing out my son's energy. Like, he ain't got nothing to do with that. That's your energy. You go figure that out and go figure out why she's stabbing people in the back. And why she feel entitled to stab somebody in the back for something that all I'm doing is advocating, giving y'all information, educating y'all, being a teacher of spiritual wisdom so that you can defend yourselves against foolishness. That's all I'm doing. I'm not attacking nobody. I'm not sending no shots. But your other daughter, she works with the dark because she's in hoodoo horticulture world. She stabbed me in the back, but she got you because you were standing behind me. So go ahead and take that L and go ahead and pull that up out of your back by yourself and get up out of my son's energy. Okay. What's up, Roy King? What's up, Miss Satin? I'm actually about to get off of this live and start another live, and we're going to just talk about ancient geometry and sacred geometry, okay? Because I've been on here for an hour and 44 minutes. I usually just do my read in the morning. I didn't even pull out the cards today. Let me go ahead and give y'all the word of the day. Get that out of him. And it's like people like this want to be the custodians of your children. That's what's the crazy. Like, you want to have custody over my kid, and y'all sitting over here doing spell work where you like trying to put a sword and a needle in somebody's heart instead of protecting them. Like, if you want to be someone's guardian, you're supposed to protect them, not subject them to shit. But my phone off, and I'm about to ride my bike to campus. What are your thoughts on the election results? I don't really have any thoughts on the election results, baby. I don't really care. Whoever wins, wins. Because either way, whatever happens in the world is going to happen regardless. It doesn't matter who wins. God's will be done on earth as it is in heaven. What time does it start, or would you start that sacred geometry? I'm about to get off here and get right back on. Like, I'm literally about to close out the live and just get right back on. And y'all, protect your sacral chakras. Put up a pyramid around your sacral chakras, connected to your pineal gland, because there's somebody out here trying to siphon energy from people. Just letting you guys know that. Keep your sacred energy sacred. Put a pyramid around your sacral energy instead of stealing from other people. Take your pineal gland, focus. Take a line from your pineal gland, put it down to your hip. Take another line from your pineal gland and put it down to your other hip. Make that line go straight across. Take a diamond sign and send it to your asshole. Bring that shit back up to the other hip. You're safe. It feels so much better now, doesn't it? Yeah. Make sure you're doing this for your children and keeping them protected. Because people like to siphon the energy of children who don't need to get siphoned, who are literally here to lead you to freedom. But you guys keep on trying to imprison them in your weird ass game of sexual seductive madness. Okay, y'all. So clearly, as y'all see, when we clear the energy, how much more powerful the voice is and how much more powerful the message is, because people be playing with magic and don't even know what the fuck they're doing. They're trying to go to a hoodoo lady, and all you got to know how to do is protect yourself from everything around you. Stop trying to get somebody else to do it for you. Learn sacred geometry. That's the only way. All these, I'm going to use my womb to spin it and spin a spindle and pull all the energy out of your womb. No, you're not. Oh, I'm going to put a tether cord in your womb in the back where you can't see it. And steal your life. How are you going to steal my life? That's not how you connect spiritually. It's not what you do. You don't put a tentacle in someone else to get your source. When you need your source, you plug into your source. If you are a dark witch, then you plug into that pyramid that's underneath the whole entire neighborhood. That star down there, you plug in down there and you get your source from down there. If you are a light witch, plug into the pyramid above. But I know this neighborhood don't got a pyramid above because this neighborhood is all right on darkness. I searched for the pyramid above. It don't exist. The whole neighborhood is all dark. It's all dark elites, Masons, all kinds of darkness. Knights Templar, they all believe in sodomy and sexual molestation in the behind the scenes in the darker realms. I just had to be here for 4 months to know that. No wonder I never lived here and enjoyed it. No wonder when I lived here and I was pregnant, I was miserable. This neighborhood is ran on evil. No wonder every time you try to be an individual and do something outside of your house, they call you, the HOA didn't approve. Now you've got to come sit through a Zoom with us while we siphon your energy and make you pay for being an individual in our property. We are boxes made of stucco. You will not stick out and be your own individual being. I'd be damned. I ain't that pressed to have a nice house in nobody's nice neighborhood. Fuck them people. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Remember to be an individual and lead someone somewhere. Don't be a dickhead. And give people their flowers and their roses, because I've always given people around me their flowers and their roses, and I feel like they get mad at me because I'm like, I so wholeheartedly respect you for every single thing that you've done for me and all your sacrifices, but what you got to understand is now it's time for you to move the fuck out of the way so I can go ahead and get my blessings. So all that shit you trying to do and attach to me and my son, no, it's time for, we live in a whole different understanding of the realms. We don't live like that. We don't live like we don't have the vaccination. We don't have the nanobots in our bodies. I mean, hey, y'all, this is something that they came out and said that. So YouTube, don't try to block my video. The government came out and said that we definitely have nanobots inside of our vaccination. So that was something that they proved was fact. That's not something I made up. That's not my hypotheses. That's something that they said. But anywho, yeah, so let me go ahead and get over to the sacred knowledge version of this. Let me go ahead and pull this weird ass tether or this hook that someone's trying to put in my son's heart out of it. And make sure that you keep your kids safe, because just because they're at school doesn't mean that they're safe. Just because they're around an adult who raised you doesn't mean that they're safe. Okay? Life is all about geometry and math. So hopefully you got a good grade in that class. And if you didn't, join us live in a few moments so you can learn something. Fuck around and earn something. Your own piece, not somebody else's. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all be great. Y'all be good. Y'all be gods. And remember, if you need to learn something, come over to Instagram. If you're here on YouTube at Euphoria9As1_. If you're here on YouTube, come back into the room in the next give me 15 minutes to go ahead to do my push-ups, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all. See you. Peace. Oh, remember, here on this platform, you are heard, seen, and loved. Yes. And remember to always act with peace, love, and hair grease and everything in between, because those are your tools in your body to help you manifest your dreams. Don't give your peace and don't give your pleasures over to anybody else. And if somebody else is trying to do a witchcraft ritual on you because they sacrificed themselves over to somebody trying to hurt you, or their daughter is trying to hurt you, so they accidentally hurted their own mother, that's their problem. Don't let that shit bother you in your energy and in your aura, because baby, that has nothing to do with you. That's between them and God. They shouldn't have been playing with magic and shooting arrows in places where they didn't even know they were shooting them at, because they got the wrong target. So take that up with your baby and call her and ask her to pull it out your back, or learn how to pull it out your back. But don't sit here and put that shit on my kid. Hell no. That's your own shit. That's your needle in your back. You deal with that yourself. Cause that ain't got shit to do with me. Yeah. That ain't got shit to do with me. Yeah. And y'all, if you're fasting, please stay around people who got some peace in their life. If people ain't got no peace in their life, they can't give you peace. It's that simple. They already angry at themselves. They already mad. They already miserable. So they just gonna keep on trying to put that shit on you. Like, they're going to try to call your ex's energy in and get in your ex's energy to try to put it on you. They're going to try to put different weird sex demons on you and all kinds of weird shit. Like, I can tell you right now, they just put something on my uterus that they're trying to make like hump me like at 1,000,000 miles per hour. Like, what is that? Get that shit out of my house. I don't play them games. I don't walk with them kinds of energies. If you like Jezebel spirits, you deal with them motherfuckers. Okay? Now, if you want my protection and you want my peace, then be nice to me and treat me like it. But if you don't, and you want to keep fighting me every morning, it's just like it's giving tired, washed up, and dumb. Like, why are we doing this? It's giving tired, washed up, and dumb. And I'm tired of having this same, like, for the past 4 months, every morning it's like, you get the energy. I'm coming down. I got a tactic. Ooh, I'm an electric shock you. Ha ha. Yeah, I win. I'm the mom. It's just like, bro, That shit is dumb. Nowhere in America is it like, oh my God, you spiritually are abusing your child? Wow, oh my God, you're such a great person. I want to be your friend. How can I do it? Can I do it too? Or if your child is trying to tell you that there's another energy attacking y'all, you're supposed to listen to the child and say, oh, let's use our power together to fight the energy that's trying to kill us. Not let me team up with the energy and try to kill you instead. Or if your child is telling you, I cleared out the energy that's on you, and the person that's doing it to you is this person, call them and ask them to take that sword out of your back. But sitting here trying to get in my womb, get in my stuff, my bank account, my son's bank account, to run away from karma that you keep inflicting on people. Like if you go out in public and I say, I'm going to use my spell work and my witchcraft to go attack people. And then you come back in the house and all them motherfuckers could see you in the spirit realm because everybody got their third eye open and they sitting in here whooping your ass. Why the fuck you gonna bring that shit back to you did it? Trying to siphon energy when all you had to do was learn how to break free from the things that siphoning your energy. That's the key out here, guys. You got to learn how to break away from the things that are siphoning your energy. I'm not telling you to not have a job, but if the job is draining you and it's not feeling like heaven when you walk in, it's not feeling like you love your boss, it's not feeling like you love your coworkers, the job is draining you. Get away from the job. Start your own business. You think I wasn't scared when I left being security and I knew I was in my own apartment paying my rent by myself? Excuse me. You think I wasn't scared when I left my job and was like, oh my God, I'm really about to sit here and do this? Like, y'all, I'm really about to I'm about to be a big girl now. Y'all, I'm about to really do it. Like, I'm about to leave my job and become a hairstylist. I'm doing it. And did. And did. But when you continuously try to be the catalyst to someone else's failure, how do you think you're going to get blessed? You're going to have to be an evil fucking bitch for the rest of your life. And that shit reads all over your spirit and people can smell it from a mile away. Okay? That's why wherever I go, I got old people holding the door open for me. The senior citizens and the elders be holding the door open for me. I'm only 30 years old, and the old women be sitting there like, oh, here you go, baby. You go ahead of me. Please, please. Just thank you so much for everything that you do. I don't have nobody causing me no problems when I go in public. The only people that cause me problems are people who are toxic. Yeah, fuck you talking about, bitch. Who you thought you was stepping on next? I'm stepping on next around this bitch. Fuck you talking about. And I'm just saying like, God, strike them down right now. God, go ahead, spin the wheel because they doing too much. They trying to tap into the negaverse to try to hurt me, God. I don't get it. Stop them from spinning this weird ass tornado that they trying to spin with their wombs, God, because I'm not doing it. And God be like, don't worry, they already in hell. They just want you to be in there with them. They just mad that, you not about to be in hell. So they trying to take a little bit of your heaven. But I got you, queen. Y'all see the face. It's given 19. It's not given born in 1990. Okay, I was born in 1993. So actually that wasn't a good one. It's not given born in the 1900s. The early 1900s. There we go. So if you have an issue, take that up with God. Stop doing spell work. Be a better person. Be a help. If you're hurting the chosen ones, that's why you go through karma and you're in hell. And you have to seek other people's energy to exit from hell. That's sad. And I pray for you every day. Believe you me, I do. So let's go get the word of God today. Let's see what God had to say about this today. Because he's like, Lord, today. Look what it say all day. Look, oh my God. Hey, y'all, look. I'm opening up the book. I can't make this shit up. It says, pray all day. Let my prayer be set forth as incense before you, the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice. God wants to be the center of your life, the center of your conversation, the center of your entertainment, and the center of your relationships. Prayer keeps him in the center of all you do. Years ago, I would have told you that I prayed an hour every day, but now I couldn't even determine for how long I pray because I just pray every time I see or feel a need. I pray while driving, I pray while working, and while relaxing. Sometimes I just stop what I'm doing and praise God, and that is prayer too. I cast my cares on him and I say, Lord, I'm not going to worry about anything today. I'm giving it to you. Prayer should be like breathing, natural to do anywhere you are. Let the church say amen. I declare and decree that all Leviathan spirits be removed from my aura at this time. I declare and decree that all, what is that word, that girl's name? All Lilith spirits be removed from my aura at this time. I declare and decree that all Jezebel spirits be removed from my aura at this time. I break and bind these spirits to the place that they came from. I break and bind any contracts with any Jezebel spirits. I break and bind any contracts with any spirits of what's that girl's name? Lilith. I keep forgetting her name because she's in the house. I break and bind the spirit of Lilith in this household and over my body. I break and bind the spirit of Leviathan over my child. I ain't never said a demon's name. I didn't even know that Leviathan was a name. That's the first name that came to my mind. And Lilith and Jezebel. Those are three, only those three names. Anything else, I haven't thought of any other spirits. So I promise you, it's just people out here trying to promote anger and misery in your life, and they miserable for real. They be sitting here like, I have a house. Look at me. I have Botox. I can't make another face. Yeah, I'm so happy. And you should be looking at them like, but your spirit looks so sad in the spirit realm. It's crying in a corner. It's the little girl that you were when you were 7, waiting for somebody to come hug you. But instead of asking somebody for a hug, the first thing you do is try to hug them and then put black magic on them. Like what? Trying to take your son's authority from him and trying to make him put. I'm not. I don't want my brother's phallus to protect me and provide safety for me. I'm good. I want my uterus open to the man who I want to build my life with, and it's not my brother. I wish people could understand that we can see and feel them in the spirit when they're doing things like shoving things down your throat in the spirit realm, trying to gag you. Like, I don't dream about all of this stuff. And it's like, you sitting here mad at me for something that you did to you. Let the church say, amen, ashe, aye, bobo, alhamdulillah. All praise is due to the Most High. Because it's so funny to me, right? That someone would think that putting somebody else's spirit on me was going to stop me from being great, when they literally copycatted every single thing that I've ever done in my life. You don't scare me. I'm fasting and I'm only drinking water right now. You don't scare me. If I ain't already dropped dead yet, how you think you gonna scare me? If I'm not eating anything and I'm getting younger and fine about a day, how you think somebody in the spirit realm putting us, ooh, I'm gonna spin you in a tornado is gonna scare me? Okay. You did your big one. But when I call my troops, don't be mad. That's all I'm gonna say. While you at work and you sitting there with your boss and you can't really focus on trying to spiritually attack somebody else, don't be mad when the light beings come out to come fuck your ass up. All right, I'm about to get off of here so we can go ahead and talk about sacred geometry, guys. I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. I'll be back in like 20 minutes after I do my 100 push-ups. Peace. Because you really thought you ate. And it's like, you and a team of people, and it's just like, just another reminder to Black folk, these Democrats ain't your friend either. Hello? Ain't none of these motherfuckers friends. They under spiritual attack right now. And you mad at me, child? Look, I'm sorry, Sagittarius, but I had to make you uncomfortable. Otherwise, you would never have moved. All right. Peace, y'all.